20 years ago in Montana, meth was homemade. Today, the meth that is getting into Montana is Mexican cartel. I'm Senator Steve Daines from Montana. You might ask, what's a Montanan doing here in the southern border? Well, I represent a state, a northern border state, that has a southern border crisis. What we haven't talked much about yet today in this press conference is what's going on with the drugs pouring across the southern border. It's a zero-sum game down here in terms of what's going on with our Border Patrol. They have a limited number of resources. In fact, we've deployed some of our northern border resources here to help out in the southern border. For every hour they spend processing the flood of illegal immigrants coming across the border is an hour that is taken away from being on the front lines defending our country and stopping the flood of Mexican meth, Mexican heroin, Mexican fentanyl. 20 years ago in Montana, meth was homemade. It was homegrown. And it had purity levels less than 30%. Today, the meth that is getting into Montana is Mexican cartel. It has purities north of 95%. Far more dangerous, far more addictive, and it's less expensive because they're producing so much of it and then shipping it into our country.
We can hear the voices of cartel members yelling at us from across the river. We're standing on the path that they use to smuggle, in some cases, very vulnerable people into this country, in other cases, drug dealers.
Rolling back the policies of separating children from their mothers, I make no apology for that. Rolling back the policies of remain in Mexico, sitting on the edge of the Rio Grande in a muddy circumstance with not enough to eat, I make no apologies for that. I make no apologies for ending programs that did not exist before Trump became president, that have an incredibly negative impact on the law, international law, as well as on human dignity. And so I make no apologies for that.